I would say like the top 20 guys in the league, like 19 of them are like religious, if not 20, about their routine, about what shots they need, all the prep, recovery, diet, sleep, all this stuff. How do you approach, I'd love to start with a practice day and then a game day. And so like, what does your day look like and how you manage it?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for a practice day, you know, if we're practicing at 11, I like to get to the facility, you know, around, probably around 8:30, you know, to start my work.
Breakfast at the facility, breakfast at home?
Not until, I don't eat until after practice.
After practice. So hydrate?
So I'm hydrating. I have like either like a green juice or some fruit or whatever case may be. But I don't eat a full meal until I get back home after practice, and that's usually around like, my first meal is usually around like 1:30, 2 o'clock.
And by design, or you just don't like eating before?
By design.
By design. So
Yeah,
you
by
want
design.
that little bit of a fasting quality?
Yeah, a little bit of fasting quality. Yeah, by design.
And are you taking supplements?
Yeah.
Creatine?
No creatine. No, just natural, everyday vitamins, things of that nature. Yeah.
Just a little protocol of vitamins.
Yep. If I have anything after practice, I have like a fruit smoothie.
Okay.
You know, because I've burnt so many calories, whatever. I have a fruit smoothie or some
quick
overnight oats. Yep.
Before you eat.
So I get there, and I usually get dressed and go to the weight room. I'm usually in the weight room for about 45 minutes.
Every day or different days?
Different days. Yeah. Different days. If we had a couple days in between hand, I'll go to the weight room then, and because I like to lift on game day as well.
Yep.
So I'll go to the weight room and then
your lifting schedule isn't predicated on game day, practice day. It's on the day. Like, what have I done? I haven't lifted
what
for
have
3
I
days.
done? Yes, what have I done? Like for this week. So say for instance for this week, today we had a day off. So this morning was predicated on all rehabbing, body work, things of that nature before I got here. So I didn't know strengthening, whatever the case may be. Tomorrow we have a game. I'll go in early and I'll get a lift in before, and then right after I lift, I'll shoot. You know, early, 3-4 hours, 5 hours before the game start. Because it's a back-to-back on Friday, I probably won't lift that day. It'll be more of a recovery work and then a little bit of shooting as well, just to prep me for the game. So yeah, it's. I have schedules depending on how the games are flowing throughout the season.
Right.
That's routine with the schedule.
And but you go in the gym almost every day to do activation, mobility stimulation, every day, non-negotiable.
Yeah, non-negotiable.
For sure, same. And then like, and this is probably a little bit of a summer question, but in the season, do you break it up into like a strength block, a power day? You know, like, do you break it up in like, you know?
No, I do a little bit of that.
Total body type stuff, maintenance.
Maintenance, total body.
In the summer, do you break it up? Like,
in the summer I break it up, because the difference between, like, obviously you would know, like you like to break it up in the summer because you don't want to get get stale.
3 months of
for
the
3
same,
months you're doing the same shit, so you definitely break it up on purpose, so you don't get tired of the same routine.
And also they can target in on a specific thing. Like today we're working on power, today we're working on strength, whatever it may be.
Exactly. Like, so for like during the season, it's kind of the same, a little bit. It changes, but it's the same routine because it's a cadence. You know, I know my body is going to react well to it. No matter what I'm doing, my body is formed and it knows exactly how it's going to get the most out of it for those games.
Right. And like the demands, make it almost impossible to get gains anyway. So like to break it up too much, like of course you have to touch on these things, but you can do that in a total body workout where you touch on it for maintenance rather than focus in on like plyometric stuff, so that's interesting. And then
for sure.
Game days, maybe give me the rundown on game, or let me go back to practice days. What are your preferred recovery modules? Like, do you massage, compression, hot and colds, hyperbaric, cryo, use them all?
It could be all of those on a day, and I try to maximize as much as I can. If it's a practice day, I try to get the massage in, the cold tub in, we have the Normatec legs, to the compression unit, the ice bags. I try to get it all in.
Use them all.
Yeah.
Variants.
Plus a nap.
Yep.
When I get home after practice,
the most important,
get a nap in. Yep. When I wake up, I'll either, depending on how my body's feeling, I have some things at home where I can put my foot in the foot bath, knees, everything. I'm trying to maximize how can I be to optimal shape and game ready for the next day. I'm always thinking about the next day.
You're obsessed.
Yeah.
I love it.